Good morning. I know, no countdown because, well, we got delayed anyways. Sorry, I have a biscuit in my mouth. I'm eating my breakfast. Hi, everybody. Good to have you here. I'm looking up in my little corner to actually see when it's going to switch over because you guys now finally see me. We have a bigger delay today. I don't know why the delay is so big today, but probably means you guys have HD video. Hi to everybody who's in the chat. Hello to Keaton. Hello to Thunder TV, James, Matthew, Dusty. Hey, everybody. Hey, Jax.
All of our peeps.
Boy, am I tired. Hi, everybody. We're going to be working on the, I nearly said Space Jam, the Cosmic Shake video. Hey, Cartoon. Things are going well. Things are going well. I am worried about this video, but we're gonna trudge along. Not trudge along. Trudge is the worst word to use. We're gonna truck along. We're gonna push forward, get this video worked on. Hey, Spogger. My mouth doesn't want to say your name correctly. And I do apologize for that. Oh, all right, well, we have an interesting shot that I'm currently working on. Also, it is very warm in my house. I feel like I need to adjust some temperature. I think we have an app for that, but I don't know if I have the app installed. That's the funny thing. I'm gonna just ask her. She's downstairs, and she also has the app. See if can you make it colder, please? And then smiley face and heart emoji. I'm very kind. Okay. So yeah, we have there's a lot going on in the scene. I actually haven't even so there is this scene is crazy. It's not actually why is one oh no.
Oh no.
One of the fish is totally green. That's a mistake. Let's see if he's still good on the other frame. Ah, he's still good on the other frame. Good. He's preserved. Looks like by accident he was turned entirely green on the second frame.
No.
Less than valuable. So there's a lot of stuff going on in this. I'm going to express this shot in a couple of ways because it's very confusing. If I just press play here, not a lot's gonna make sense. I'm gonna turn off the audio. But like, there's a lot going on. And there's also a couple of hidden layers here. So if I also show another couple of hidden layers, you're gonna be even more confused. So here's what this looks like in total with everything shown. That might be confusing, so let me express what's going on here. In this first shot, this is actually the second shot. In the video, we're showcasing the storyline of the actual video game that's coming out soon. So our first shot has them in Glove World walking up to this mermaid Cassandra. She gives them the bubble soap. That's the first shot. Our second shot is what I'm working on here, where we see SpongeBob blowing all the bubbles, and Patrick reads the label and says, "Oh, it's bad luck," or whatever he says in the original video game. And then lightning happens, people start running around, Mr. Krabs is holding onto the rock and going towards the portal, and SpongeBob gets warped up into the portal, and he's going to physically change into Sponge Gar, is what's going to happen in this whole total shot. So a lot of stuff happening in one shot. I've been working on this shot for like 5 to 6 days at this point. And this all lines up with the original video game. If I can pull up the original video game, I think this is it here. Yeah. Here's the original video game. The storyline at the start of the game is they're blowing bubbles. SpongeBob blows these bubbles that are shaped like the other characters. Squidward gets upset. We're ignoring this part of the story. So he blows bubbles that are shaped like the other characters and everybody loves it. And then it has a 3 hours later card. There's a bunch of fish that are just celebrating the bubbles. Patrick reads the bubble soap. And then the bubbles start popping. Lightning starts zapping. People start running. Mr. Krabs is holding on to the rock as, that's really loud, I'm sorry for that. He's holding to the rock and gets absorbed into the portal, and the portal just takes everything. Oh, the Title Zone special happened! I did not get to see the Title Zone special. I still have, is it on Paramount Plus? Because I've still got that for like a couple weeks. I did not get to see that yesterday. I might end up checking that out. I wonder if the Wikipedia page for that has already been updated, like the fan wiki. Title Zone. Let's see. No images or gallery for it yet. Or is there lots of different... Is there like multiple episodes? What? I don't understand what the title zone is even. It's an event that premieres new episodes of... Oh, so there's new episodes of all 3 shows, and the title zone takes place in all 3 shows. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is... I like how the end of it was the SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. Okay, so the actual... There's new episodes of multiple shows, it seems. This is interesting. I'm very interested, but no, I had not got to see it. So you said it was awesome, though. I'll end up watching it when it gets onto Paramount Plus, then. So that's the shot. That's like what these happens in the original game, and this is the shot we're representing. I have completed a lot of the parts, and that's what you actually have in here, is a lot of parts. So if I just turn off everything, I've got, like, some of the... This is the portal showing up. Like, these are 2 elements of it that I'm going to animate. There's also... the actual popping bubbles. So we have this animation done, the popping bubble. We have Patrick's animation all throughout, which he's animated to, he says his line, he's like looking up, and this is where it finishes. I unfortunately don't have him reacting to the portal showing up, but we have him reacting to the popping bubbles. The next thing we have is the actual bubbles themselves, and they're overlapped on each other because it's all weird right now, but if I turn everything back on, and then turn off some very specific things because everything is going crazy here. SpongeBob, as you can see, is blowing bubbles. Oh, let me turn off the audio again. SpongeBob's blowing bubbles left, up, and right. And so the up bubbles are all the fancy shaped bubbles, so I can actually show you them one at a time here. This took me quite a bit of time to do this. Where is it? There it is. So we've got the first bubble, which just bloop. It's a nice circular bubble, and we're gonna have that. The left and the right are the exact same. Hey, Popcorn TV, good to have you here. The art what we're using right here is called Adobe Animate. That's the program we're using currently, and it's nice because obviously we get to do vector art, which is the line work, and we also get to do brush strokes, which is when I put on this glove and utilize this pen, and that's also fun to be able to actually draw on the tablet itself. So we have. I'm gonna turn off all of these. We have Squidward. So this is him blowing the Squidward art, or the Squidward bubble. The Squidward art. So this is interesting that it looks like it's more pink than I remember it being. I don't know if that's because the background is bright. If I turn the background... Oh, no, there's a white layer, yeah. If I turn off the white layer... No! Yeah, he just looks really bright for some reason. I'll have to... Not sure why he looks so bright, but that might be a thing that I'm... Can I turn off the reference footage too? There we go, yeah. So there's transparent parts. The main outline of the bubble is this like light pink, and then we have the other bubble elements as well. So he blows the Squidward shape, and then we also have another version where he makes the Patrick balloon. This was all hand-drawn animation. I had to hand-draw the outlines, the shines, the reflective colors, like all of that was hand-drawn. Mr. Krabs is an interesting one. And then we have Sandy. As he blows the bubble and it turns to Sandy. The karate Sandy. Basically, the main final shapes are traced from the video game. But I had to animate the in-between for how it would turn into the bubble. I'm very happy with how this turned out. We're putting a lot of effort into this very first shot because it's the first shot. So a lot of the Squidward art moment. And I think that's mainly everything. The only other thing we have in the background here is the fish, who we have 2 frames of. I'm not complete with this yet, so we're going to probably start working on that. But if I turn off... if I turn off the Patrick's layer, you can see SpongeBob a little bit better. And so you can see, like, his animation. As I have a brand new... This is a custom drawing for him aimed upwards. I can even zoom in a little bit so you can see that better. But yeah, that's his animation there, is he just kind of blows the bubbles back and forth whilst Patrick is talking. And then when Patrick is talking, he goes up in front of it. I have to change the layering. All of this stuff is going to be done in After Effects. And hopefully we get to do that on stream today. That's my goal, is to finish this shot today. But if we turn off all of this, we have 2 frames of... Where is it? Where is that bubble? Alright, for some reason it was like turned off but turned on. I think the portal has like a gravity field is what it looks like, so it's just like absorbing. All the buildings are flying towards it like it's got heavy gravity. We hope that SpongeBob looks goofy. That's always the goal, is to make him look funny. So we've got the background characters here who are cheering, and it's going to be a simple like Oompa Loompa style. Every other one is going to be jumping up while the others are jumping down. But then they all freak out. And as you can see, I've only done Sandy and these left two fish so far. So they freak out. But we need to go ahead and draw the freak out version of the rest of them. And there's also a color swap. There's two color swaps here. So actually, this blue lady, we can replace... we can just copy this frame. Go here. Paste the frame. And then transform, flip horizontal. It's just a color swap. So let's go ahead and actually finish that color swap. Oh, and maybe put her like lined up correctly, because she's 100% not lined up with the original drawing now. Alright, perfect. So now, just go in and swap these colors around. And then we're going to go ahead and get to drawing. So the first part of this is we're going to be drawing some faces. The second part is I want to animate Mr. Krabs, who's holding onto that rock as the portal is trying to vacuum him up. The third thing is to actually finish SpongeBob and Patrick's animations, because they're not quite done. And then after that point, we might be moving to After Effects to actually composite everything and finish the shot. So we'll see. Alright, anything else? We've got this guy who gets duplicated, but we haven't actually drawn his angry version yet, or his scared version. Alright, well, let's draw scared. Replication. Hey, dude, we have to save our budget somehow. It takes like a whole half an hour to draw one of these characters. Oh, it's a bit of time.
I was gonna say half an hour at minimum.
Yeah, it's not really half an hour. It's more like 10 minutes, but that feels like way a lot of time when drawing this many characters. 10 minutes. All these characters took 1 hour. Like, that's a lot of time. Oh, I do not want to color him in like that. Alright, so we are going to click on his layer. We're going to... My technique here is just to basically draw over it and then, like, re-change everything up after the fact. So... There's a FNAF movie coming out? I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. That seems silly. I mean... Maybe. Who knows? That's a funny concept.
That you will not watch that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because that's the epitome of like horror movie that's made for child audience. I don't know what that's gonna be like. That's gonna be interesting. Is it made by the same like writers, like the same creators of the game? Or is it just like, oh, some random person got the rights and they were gonna make a movie? What was I looking for? Right, I have some reference images here of the characters that I wanted to pull up. So if I go to Cosmic Shake folder, and then I go to favorite SpongeBob movie, it would be the original, for sure, without a doubt. Ain't no contest, and I've now seen them all, so I can say that with certainty. The second one was pretty good, actually. The second one I didn't like when I first saw it, but now having seen the third one, the second one's really good in comparison. The third one has a really amazing start, but I don't like where the movie goes. Okay, so project files, character files. Oh no, I went to the wrong area. I actually don't even know where this is. Reference files. I'm really bad at organizing my stuff. Okay, there we go. Do I not have a freaked out version of this character as reference? Looks like I don't, so we'll have to improvise what he looks like when he freaks out. And that's fine. I think I can interpret this fairly well. Phineas and Ferb got rebooted? What?
I was going to tell you about that. I saw that yesterday.
I did not hear about this.
You know how I found out?
How'd you find out?
The, Dr. Doofenshmirtz guy on TikTok.
Oh, that's great. How do you... So, this is good for the start of the mouth, but I'm trying to figure out how to do... Yeah, it needs to kind of, like, go down like this. Just trying to find the shape of the mouth here. There we go. That looks good. And then we can do something like this. And then we'll connect the lines up. Hopefully that's, I don't know how difficult that is to see for you because I'm doing red on red. This isn't very helpful. But I can change this for a second. There we go. That's the shape. I think it's a good shape for the mouth there. I think it's pretty accurate to SpongeBob's art style. And now, this is the part where I just kind of like just paste the colors in and overwrite everything. It's a weird way to do this, but it works for me, and it also fixes the art underneath, and I am making sure that I'm not like overwriting the previous frames. He looks like he has a beard, that's funny. Whoop, I gotta make sure I click the right areas. So this is the only last character I can actually copy and paste because we have 2 of him in the shot, and I'll just have to do a color swap. And then after that, every other character is still unique. The Mr. Krabs animation is going to be a bit intense to do. I don't think it'll actually be that intense. I probably just have to draw like a brand new drawing of him because he's in such a weird angle. So I'll draw a brand new drawing of him, and then at that point, I'll probably be able to just animate that, like wiggle it back and forth. He's only shaking, right? Like it's not that difficult of a motion, I don't think. I think it should be pretty easy. I don't think we'll be able to get to the After Effects stuff on today's stream, just because how much time I think all this stuff is. So most of our stream today is just me drawing these elements, animating SpongeBob and Patrick. I don't think I'll be able to do that. SpongeBob action. A trailer parody for, I mean, if they make a new Looney Tunes movie, we could make a trailer parody for that, which is what we exactly did for Space Jam, which means they're probably not making another Looney Tunes movie for like 4 years now. I wonder how well Space Jam did monetary-wise.
Probably not great. Everyone talked about how much it sucked.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Looney Tunes is a great brand, but it seems like they kind of flop on their movies. Alright, the tongue. Yoink. Yoink. Perfect. And now, just finish filling up this bottom area, and then we can go ahead and change this green to a black. Boom! He's, only moderately upset. Let's make him more upset. Let's make him more scared. So, adding that, and then we'll make the pupils smaller, as he's really freaking out. Alright. Now he's scared. Yeah, that's actually scared. That is the world is ending. So we can go ahead and copy this guy over. Oops, I accidentally moved it over, and I don't know what I did. I have not seen Wednesday. That's the new show based off of the Addams Family, right? And it's just like, I guess the main character is Wednesday Addams, the like daughter. I've seen people talking about it though, and I've seen it seems to be everywhere on social media. Oh wait.
Forget that we can't watch TV.
We don't have time to watch TV. I've been watching the Star Wars show Andor, and I've only got like 3 episodes left of it. And I've been loving that, but like the last time I actually got to sit down and watch it was, I mean, I've been playing video games instead, so like we have 1 hour of relaxation in the evening after we're done working. And I've been choosing video games instead of watching shows recently. I guess I didn't separate these on 2 different layers, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Green runner is what I'll call this guy. Do 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 do. A paper version of Rio? That's funny. That's that kind of project reminds me. I don't know if how many of you people have seen. There's like a kid who remade all of the Toy Story movies with actual toys and just like puppeting them around. It's so like quaint and wonderful, but they straight up like the hour-long movies. They've remade I think 1 through 3 at this point, and they've done a
4 is garbage.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job. It's pretty remarkable with like everything. Like I'm pretty sure their parents helped them out a ton because they have like at the end of the first movie, the moving truck. They have a real moving truck. Like they got a U-Haul, and he's holding the toys out of the back of the U-Haul. Like he does a lot of the tricks where he'll like tape the hands of the toys to something so it looks like they're holding on, and he'll like this kid, very supportive parents. But it's pretty cool what he's done, and that has like millions of views. And I think they were able to do it because they like re-voice acted everything as well. It's a kid voice acting it though, so it's pretty funny to watch. It's like, it's well done, but also like this is definitely a kid project, which is funny. But it's good to see. It's good to see a kid with that much talent. Okay, why did I mess up? Oh, did I just... I removed the red guy from both layers. I did that wrong. I was supposed to remove the green guy from this layer. Well, since we can only make so many videos a year, we have to be very careful about which videos we make. Matthew Lillard is a very... Yeah, why do I know that name?
It's Shaggy.
Oh yeah, you said this previously. Yep. That's fun. He's he'll be a good role for that. I think I said that on a previous stream. Yeah, but he's gonna be a good role for that. All right, so orange guy is on his own layer. Orange runner. Oh, I didn't even show you this, but there's also the fact that all the characters get freaked out. We have this animation, which is a advanced version. We had the torsos of them only. This is actually from our Jurassic World video. We only had their torsos and we didn't show their legs, but since they're in full body shot, I animated their legs, so they have a full run cycle now. We have 4 people who are going to run around. This guy and this girl will get to do the color swaps. Oh, and no, this guy actually doesn't get a color swap, but we might give him a color swap and he has a new character who runs in. But yeah, there you go. So that's that's the running that we're going to have in this shot. Which, if you can't tell, I drew the legs once, and then it's the same legs on all of the fish. I just added, like, lines and, like, changed the colors for all of them. Okay, who's next? Who gets this guy? This guy is next. He actually has pink lines for his tongue. I haven't been doing that for all the characters. Sometimes I'll just do the black lines because it's easier. Alright. He's a bit weirder, but I think I can get away with... I don't know. Maybe we'll try this. I should paint in... Oh, I should also click on his layer so that we're on the right one. Alright. On the right layer. I called this guy Yellow Chad. I don't know what his actual name is. So that's the start of that. We'll kind of do something like this. Cool. And fill in some colors. Man, the original game had such good soundtrack. Fred, yeah. It was a very quick deciding of like which characters I was going to incorporate or not. And I kind of just picked a bunch of characters that were easier to draw for me. Oh, that was a really... I should not whistle. That was powerful. There was too much power in that whistle. Fred's just a classic character, absolutely. Nat. Nat or Nate? This is such good music. Man, I'm excited to hear the music that's going to happen in Cosmic Shake because, like, it's the same composers who worked on this music, I think? Maybe? I don't know, is it really the same people? Because this original music came out a long time ago, early 2000s. It might still be the same original people. That'd be awesome. Alright, let's do paint inside, and we'll go... His tongue just gets very small. Oh no, his I have it backwards, unfortunately. He's getting upset. He's getting happy instead of getting upset. I need to swap these 2 locations. Alright, there we go. And then I'm just gonna probably... I want to entirely redraw his eyes, but instead I think what we're gonna do is just like do this, and then go into paint over mode. Do that. And I'm gonna make the eyes bigger. He's gonna be the one character who, like, his eyes just get like, whoa! He's freaking out. Here, I'll select both so that they scale up at the same time. Okay, it's just Nat. Gotcha. Big eyes. So he's really freaking out. Alright. Yeah, perfect. And then, again, add the eye bags underneath. Just really make him... Oh, he is distraught. What? Oh, no. They're very unhappy about the world ending here. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and copy this guy. Orange Runner. Copy that. Copy that 4-9er. Transform, flip horizontal, bring him over here. I think that means we only have, yeah, we only have to fix Mr. Krabs and this gray guy. Whoa, that's a weird angle. Building Bikini Bottom in Minecraft. It's a shame I never got to finish that. Or even properly start it. Glad you're doing it, though. That's really fun. Alright. Just going through, making sure I don't miss anything, and there's like a weird color discrepancy. Alright. She's like jumping up and down. Alright, let's do this guy now. Who's gonna lose his cheek, so the second frame of him is not gonna have a cheek. This one might be easier for me to... Here's what I'm gonna do. First off, can we make Sandy invisible, because I can't see? For this guy, I'm going to crop out a big portion of him here. Remove the cheek here. I'm taking out the whole arm. I did not mean to select the other character as well. Nice, Thunder. 19, the middle age between all of the other ages where you get to unlock new life things. Alright. Actually, I didn't have to... I'm not going to select stuff here because I can just use the brush strokes over top of all this. And doop. Alright, just painting over that, getting ready to... I'll figure that out. I'll figure out the mouth. Oh, that's a weird color. I did not want that because I accidentally changed the color of the line instead of the brush. So finishing up that eye, filling out the missing part there. I did not play that. I unfortunately have not played... I want to play the Mario and Luigi games. I've never played any of the Mario and Luigi series. It looks like a fun series. It's like the turn-based stuff. Like that's gameplay that I like. I like that style of game. But no, never played it. Actually, I did play Mario and Luigi, I think it's called like Superstar Saga or something. I played a little bit of that. I think that was a Game Boy game, or Game Boy Advanced. I played that a tiny bit, but that's like the only one from that series I got to play. So, Inside Story, I did not get to play. I've seen a bunch of like artwork from it though. It seems like a weird concept, but I'm certain that it was fun in gameplay. It's like that episode. I mean, there's a lot of stories that do that, right? Like the whole, oh, shrink down and go inside of a body. It's creepy, but like you get to. It's the funny thing is when they utilize like bacteria as an enemy type. That's always funny for me. I'm copying this arm and I'm just gonna paste it to the other side because I think as he freaks out, he's just gonna lower his arm here. Alright, apparently I did not select that one line. Perfect. Round this out. I've had a lot of weird dreams recently. Last night I had a dream that was in a version of like, I don't know, it was like an apocalyptic near Hunger Games world. And I was trying to survive and I was running around and but it was like a neighborhood. So like Hunger Games, but it takes place in like a suburban neighborhood, and I was running away from this gang of people, and I had to run through buildings. So I was parkouring through buildings in this dream, and after waking up, I'm like, windows don't work that way. But in the dream, I would just go to each window, and I would like raise it up, and while raising up the glass part of the window, I was also raising up the screen, which you just can't do. So I was raising the screen up into the window, which is not how most windows work, so that was an odd dream. It's funny because I started off with what looked like legitimately a Nerf gun. I think my brain remembered Nerf guns and thought it was a real weapon. And it shot lasers. It's ridiculous thinking back to this dream now, but it's such a mix of things. And it's very funny that you can be in a dream where you're shooting a laser gun and not realize that it's a dream. Or at least that's just me. I'm like, yeah, laser gun, that makes sense. Hey, it was tense, alright? I was running away from these guys. You expect me to realize it's a dream? I was stressed out. Fighting for my life over here. And there was like, oh gosh, but it was the hiding too, because they seemed to have full control of the neighborhood. And I was trying to hide from them, and that's why I was running with the parkour thing. Also, I think there was a like slight zombie side plot that was happening in the dream. I'm trying to remember it now, but like, I think a lot of people went missing, and there was a weird radio frequency, and that radio frequency was like causing that, and so I was trying to make sure to never listen to any radio. It was a weird dream. Bonkers dream over here. Somebody interpret that, huh? What's my subconscious trying to tell me? I should watch out for radio zombies. Radio zombies is my new band name. Oh boy. Which, if you guys don't know, that is a running joke I have with myself. I don't actually have a band, but whenever I come up with cool phrases that sound like they would make for a funny band name, I often will just say, that's my new band name. So I have lots of band names. And no bands. No bands, but many band names. What? Oh wow, I don't care what dream it is, just having any single dream and the sky is the Bikini Bottom sky, that is wild. Oh my gosh. It's unfortunate that you had to have a sad dream like that, but oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh man, I would laugh. I mean, like, assuming it wasn't the sad dream, like waking up and realizing that I had a dream where the sky was the flower clouds, I would laugh so much. That is wild. I wish I had that. That's so funny. Oh, you're playing minor league baseball team. That's a fun dream. What are some other recent dreams I had? So I've had a lot of weird dreams. And it might just be, I don't know, it might be my sleep schedule recently or something, because I haven't dreamed a lot recently. For the past couple of years, I haven't been having a lot of dreams, but the past few months, I've been dreaming a lot more recently. Maybe it's our diet. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. But I have been dreaming more recently, and so it was a couple days ago I had another dream that was also equally weird. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh my gosh, yeah! So, this is a weird dream too. So I was another neighborhood. I've been having a lot of dreams, it seems, that take place within like suburban areas. A lot of like neighborhoods, sidewalks, and like crazy stuff is happening in them. There's something between the neighborhood and the creepy aspect of like things are not well. This neighborhood is like in a post-apocalypse, so there's something wrong going on here. And so I've been having dreams like this, but the dream that I had a couple days ago was I was in a neighborhood. It was like a fancy neighborhood, you know, like the rich kids neighborhood where all the rich people live. And I was at that neighborhood, and I walked inside. I was invited into one of the houses, and so I went into the house, and there was this creepy, the couple who lived there, it was like this old couple, like, you know, I found out later in the dream that they were vampires. Straight up, I have these vampires who live in the neighborhood, and you can imagine, I mean, their house straight up looked like a vampire house. Like, it was like gothic in architecture, the red burgundy curtains, candles everywhere. It was it was a vampire house in the middle of like modern day neighborhood. And so halfway through the dream, I guess around the time my brain decided that they were vampires, my brain also decided that I'm a vampire hunter, and that the other people who were invited to this party were also vampire hunters. So it was like a reverse murder mystery. Instead of me solving a murder. I was trying to stay hidden and kill the vampire. And the weirdest, I think the way that the dream ends is I don't kill the vampire, but one of the other people at the party do. And they do it, they shoot the vampire with a gun. But the weirdest thing about it is when they do so, and I think this is, again, my brain really likes conflating guns with Nerf guns for some reason. Because after they shoot it, instead of the bullet having a regular metal shell, what falls to the ground is like it looks like a cloth shell. It looks like a koozie that you'd put around a cold beverage. Like, it was just like this foam sheet. I'm like, okay, there's no way there's no way that the amount of, heat that is caused by firing that would just melt foam. Like, that's not something that could possibly be real. And I think even in the dream I recognized that. I'm like, why is there a foam casing? Why did that not melt? I was very confused. And then I think my brain's just like, never mind, it's vampire stuff. Apparently vampire bullets are coated in foam. Look out, everybody. Vampires do not like foam. I could have just probably used a Nerf dart at that point. A Nerf dart would have taken out that vampire. Nothing happened to the lady vampire. I think that I woke up by that point. But I remember waking up and being like, what is up with my dreams? So, I don't know. It's funny. Imagine dying to a Nerf gun. I mean, imagine dying to garlic. Vampires are weak. Vampires ain't got nothing. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's a couple of the dreams I've had recently. I'm trying to remember, because I've had, again, I've just been starting to dream again recently, which I've been enjoying. It's nice to dream. It also means that I'm probably sleeping not as heavily, because that's the point. You dream when you have lighter sleep. Or at least you remember your dreams when you wake up in your light sleep. That's actually, I think you always dream, but you just can't remember them if you wake up after heavy sleep. This guy is... I like the way I drew this guy's mouth. I want to emphasize this a little bit. Can I just do something like that? Yeah, there we go. I want to do some curves here. Perfect. William, that's wild. I've never had a dream, at least I don't remember having a dream where SpongeBob shows up in it. Which is wild, right? Like, he's been such a defining factor in my life. I've never had a dream with SpongeBob, never had a dream with Patrick, never had a dream with Mr. Krabs. I've only ever had a dream with Plankton. Plankton showed up in a dream. I've said this on stream before, so stop me if this sounds familiar, but I had a dream where I fell down into this, sewer area. So it was like a sewage, underneath, it was like anything, your stereotypical sewage in a video game or something. So surprisingly big enough that you can walk around in it. I don't know if any real life sewers are that big. I feel like maybe New York City's sewer might be that big. Giant cities might have sewers that you can walk around in, like you see in because Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters both take place, I think, in New York, and they showcase these giant sewers, so I feel like those sewers might be real. I gotta Google this. I feel like sewers in real life are just you'd have to crawl through them. It's just like a Mario warp pipe. I don't think, New York sewers. There's no way, there's not real giants. Oh, there are real giant sewers. Oh my gosh, that's huge. What a creepy image. What is this? Is this a mock-up? No, this is like a 1920s photo. What is this? Oh, I love historical photos. Why can I not see this image better? Oh, this is on the NewYorkCity.gov website. Hold up. I want to know when this picture was taken. Where's that picture? It just doesn't exist, but it exists on Google. Alright, so you can barely see that, but this is an old black and white photo with a guy with old clothing. And he's in the sewer. So there's these tinier tunnels that are the height of a person, but then the main tunnel is 3 people tall. Okay. It looks nothing like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles makes it look like, though. This is a concrete modern sewer. It's not like the brick sewers that you always imagine. Video games and movies always show these sewers that are made of bricks, which seems very... Why would you make a sewer out of brick? But yeah... So in the dream, I'm in this brick sewer, the traditional Brooklyn sewer that, fantasy movies and stuff show us. And yeah, I could have zoomed in on the webpage. I should have zoomed in on the webpage. Here, I'll do this so that you guys can see it. Oh, it went smaller after a certain point. That's as big as I can make it for you guys. Sorry, I can full screen, I think. There you go. That's your full screen. That's about as big as I can make it. But yeah, so I'm in these like brick sewers, which maybe exists in like London or something. Maybe London sewers look like that. And so the first character I meet is Oscar the Grouch, which is also the only Sesame Street character I've ever met in a dream. So Oscar the Grouch makes sense that he's in a sewer. He's literally in a trash can, which why a trash can is in the sewer? Who knows? That doesn't make sense. Oh, Squidward needs to be upset as well. And, and then later on I meet Plankton. Plankton is also in the sewer. And I think my brain misconstrued that because the chum bucket is always so dirty. And so I feel like my brain easily just made that connection of like, oh yeah, you know, Plankton is you know, he's got all that grime around him. There was also a little caterpillar guy. I don't remember what the caterpillar guy was all about, but he was there too. And it was garbage everywhere. And it was funny because that's also my brain making, I just realized now, sewers don't have like straight up garbage. Like my brain thought it was a garbage dump, not like a place of like toilet flushing. It's like, it's kind of like the Flushed Away movie where it's like all that garbage. People can't just flush a couch, you know? Sewers don't have garbage dumps, like... so the idea of a sewer that's filled with, like, a garbage dump contents, that's really funny now that I think about it. Squidward's arm seems to be offset for some reason. Yeah, so I've had a lot of crazy dreams. And right now, but that dream that I'm talking about right now, I had back in high school. That's like 8 years ago that I've had that dream. So... a lot of my dreams happened during high school and middle school. I dreamed a lot more back then. The Christmas special had both real snow and fake snow. You can tell if it's real if I am touching snow. If you see me and I'm pushing snow off the rock, or if I'm stepping into the snow itself, that's real snow. And we filmed that in January of 2022. So it was like a whole year that I was sitting on that footage before we finally got to work with it. Oh, are we just... oh, we're in a frozen frame. I see. Okay. Well, then I'm going to push this over one. Oh, shoot, the pupils! No! Here, push those over one as well. So yeah, the snow was real if I'm interacting with it. If you don't see my legs, if a lot of that was green screened, and that's the parts that were... fake snow. But there really wasn't any fake snow, it's just that we would get like stock footage of snow, so all of it's real.
Real snow we found on the internet.
Yeah, but a lot of it's we found on the internet. That was a fun project though. I'm wondering if I made a new thumbnail and title, and I did that like 3 days ago. I'm curious if that's improved it at all. I'm not gonna switch my account over because I'm currently on JChase Streams to stream, so I don't know what's gonna happen if I try to switch my accounts midway through stream. I did not get to finish my breakfast, and I've got a biscuit. Ah, okay, I see, Spogger. Yeah, that's a turbulent dream right there. Why is Squidward not animating? What's wrong with you, Squidward? We will make Squidward follow the rules. Alright, Mr. Krabs, last up. I think. Let's look at all the fish. Oh yeah, there we go. Mass panic. Alright, Mr. Crab. He's no longer Mr. Krabs. He is the one Mr. Crab. Alright, well, good to see you. Or I guess if you're just going AFK, then you might still be listening to the stream, but gotcha. Good to see you in chat, James. I don't know, William. Our goal right now is to kind of figure out what's going to get us views, because we really need that right now. I have a viral video idea that's not associated with SpongeBob in Your Life or associated with our trailer videos. So I think that's what I'm going to try to work on next. And I hope it works. I'm gonna draw this main shape a couple times, so I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do with it. I feel like there's something that we can do that's really funny, like having the bottom of the mouth go up like that. He's looking like a creeper mouth a little bit. See, I'm just gonna keep going until I kind of find something that's gonna be good. Maybe I should start with the top here. Is that good? Yeah, I like that. I feel that. Yeah, no, watermelon gum is not a good setting. Not a full meal.
Good though.
Yes, I haven't gone to Cracker Barrel in years though. It's been a long time since I've been to a Cracker Barrel. I like that interpretation, Goobers. I don't know what to do with the rest of his mouth here. We could just kind of go. Something like this, maybe? If he shows his teeth, that might be really... Yeah! Oh, that's gonna look really good. Okay. Had to figure out, you know, it's always about what emphasizes emotion more. And figuring out... Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I do have Mr. Krabs' model up, and I need to get his tongue color here. His tongue outline is not gonna be the correct color, but oh well. He's gonna be so far you can't tell. Who's watching the cash? Maybe I should bring his mouth up a bit. It looks a little bit low.
I thought you were gonna say maybe I should bring in the cash register.
Maybe I should bring in the cash register. That looks too high. There's a fine balance of where to position that mouth. There we go. I have not played either of those games yet. We'll get to it. Okay, that looks like that's everybody, and so from here, what I'm going to do is turn everything back on so I can kind of see what we got, and turn off our audio over there.
Oh, crap.
Jax. What? What did you say?
What are they showing?
Alright, this might be very loud. We're gonna see. But we're gonna listen to the actual audio with this.
Property of King Neptune. Use sparingly and with caution.
So you can hear the music we're using. The music is very upbeat and crazy, which is going to be very exciting to actually utilize here. Let me turn off these references. I can't see. Oh.
Property of King Neptune. Use sparingly and with caution.
Alright, so they both react to the pop, they need to react to the portal, and then they need to... SpongeBob needs to get absorbed. I guess SpongeBob and Patrick, right? Because golly, what am I going to do with that? Maybe Patrick gets absorbed first so I don't have to animate him as much. Because we're going to be following SpongeBob and he's going to have the very complex animation. But I don't want to show... I mean, actually, Patrick shouldn't be that difficult, right? He just kind of like... His head shrinks down so he's balloon form. Through the World Wide Web. Very good. A TikTok video based on SpongeBob in your life? Huh. I don't doubt that that's easily findable. I'm certain that plenty of people have re-uploaded and whatnot. I'm gonna listen to this one more time. I think... Am I done animating Patrick's mouth? I think I did, right? I think I got all the things he says.
Property of King Neptune. Use sparingly and with caution.
Alright. So he's gonna go... Surprise, and then right around here we're gonna have both of them like look off into this side direction. Okay, a spy. I mean, yes. Nice Kirby music. Oh, I need a drink. I need a drink. It is my last Gatorade. The final Gatorade, the Gatorade of truth. Oh, the patroller. Okay, got you. That one tastes different.
Because it's the last one.
Yeah, I guess. Last one isn't as good. Odd. Oh well. Alright, so for the most part, everything is done here. We only have to animate Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob and Patrick because the running is already going to be complete. And also I did a background for this as well, and we'll have to do the color changing on the background as well. Let's... What do I want to do here? I heard a buzz, but it was not my phone.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it. I don't want
Maybe we might end up doing something like that again. I don't know. I'm glad you liked it. Maybe someday. I don't know. I don't have a plan to play any scary games soon. But if it has entertainment value, I don't know how many views did that get. If a lot of people liked it, then certainly it's worth doing again. Let me go ahead and turn off the bubbers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go to SpongeBob and Patrick and make both of them start animating right here. Insert keyframe here. Have Patrick go... This is actually also one of the most detailed versions of Patrick, like with his head animation that I've done in a while. As you can see, we actually have been changing the shape of his head. So he goes like from one shape and then it like actually bends, which is something I don't put the effort into normally. But with this is like the second shot of the whole video, it's worth putting all the effort in because everybody who clicks on this video is going to see this. Alright, so go ahead and put the keyframes here. So keyframe. Actually, before we do SpongeBob and Patrick, I want to do Mr. Krabs first. So we're going to do Mr. Krabs first because he's going to be something that I can actually draw, and I don't get to draw with SpongeBob and Patrick right now. Alright, now we have those rocks. If I were able to make Jimmy Timmy Power Hour 4,
First of all, yes.
Yeah, first of all, yes. Would you make Timmy be able to breathe in space with Jimmy?
Yeah.
Certainly. I feel like there could be some like space surfing stuff going on there, and that'd be fun. Let's draw a Mr. Krabs. So, I don't know if I can potentially utilize... I'm just going to do this honestly. I've never drawn a full Mr. Krabs from scratch. So this will be my first attempt at doing that. I'm just going to go ahead and start off. Let me practice over top the classic Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs classic. So the shape here is like big inflated Dorito. Okay, I can do that. So, big inflated Dorito.
Dorito.
There we go. That's the main body. Kind of looks like a strawberry, actually. And again, I'm drawing him so that he's holding onto the rock right now. So let's go ahead and draw the eye stalks. There's one eye stalk there. Get the other one on the side. Gotta make sure that the curvature is the same on both. I actually might need to put, well, it's probably good. Yeah, I hate that I drew that really well, but I should probably put the eyes on a different layer so I can animate them like wiggling as they're being pulled by the wind. Alright, so second attempt at the eye stalk. Ooh, third attempt at the eye stalk. There we go. Much better in its shape. I might be able to do both eye stalks on one layer. Let me try this. I want to make sure they look the same height, though. Love Super Mario Galaxy music. Pork chop, that's a good one. Oh, how do you make this stuff? Like this. So, this just comes with practice, you know? I have been practicing for years drawing SpongeBob, and when you draw one of these characters, they have a lot of the same drawing rules. So, like, Mr. Krabs, honestly, is not all that different from drawing Patrick. There's a lot of similar things going on with Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs has art design that's, like, both SpongeBob and Patrick. I think, like, Mr. Krabs' shirt and his belt has a lot of SpongeBob sharp, angular designs, but the main, like, body is very Patrick-y. The tubeness of his eyes, like, SpongeBob has an art style, specifically. The whole show has an art style, and as you draw more and more of the characters, you kind of get used to it. Like, everybody has the same shorts type of cuffs here, so what I'm about to do here when I draw Mr. Krabs' like, shorts, this is the same kind of thing that I would do for SpongeBob, so let's just go around. You kind of get used to the shapes, and also, thankfully, Control-Z exists when I do mess up. That is also what I have going for me. But yeah, I think I've just had a lot of practice, and that's it. You get better over time. We do love a good Control-Z at JChaseFilms. I'm gonna go ahead and draw in all the details of his clothing, but first let me go ahead and do his, like, little stubby legs. Alright. And maybe I'll go ahead and do his nose too. I realize it's gonna be hard to represent a mouth on this. Don't know if we're gonna be able to do that or not. Oh, I probably should not have done that in the same color. Okay. Because now it's gonna be hard to separate the layering here. The reason I draw things in different colors, by the way, is because if I, for example, try to draw a line over top of this line, and then I draw another one, and I want to remove this in the middle, I can't just, like, select it. It'll select everything that's green. So I often will draw something in a different color like this, and because I have now separated this middle green section, I can click it, and it only clicks that area instead of the rest of it, and then I can delete it. So that's why I often draw in different colors, is because I'm separating the areas that I'm going to want to delete later. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed that I do that, but like that's something I always am paying attention to. Of like what order I'm drawing the lines in and what colors I'm drawing them in. I'm about to do the same technique right now as I draw his pants, because right now I just have a very smooth body shape, but his pants has this little like bump out from the main line. So I'm gonna want a way to make that bump out exist separately. So what I'm gonna do is just draw it in a different color. So I'm gonna go ahead. We'll make his pants a little bit thicker. And so now that we get to the ends here, I can go ahead and just go in and add these little bumps for the actual pants. I don't know how far they go in. Let me reference the original thing. Okay, so they actually, the bumps line up with the belt line, which is interesting. What I'm going to do with that is just go ahead and I'm going to draw the other bump on the other side. But I think for the belt line, instead of drawing the belts individually, I'm going to draw this entire thing closed and then in reverse go back and undo the belt. This is easier for me. This is to draw one giant line. And now I'm going to find out where the belt is supposed to be and where it isn't. So from this back angle, we're not going to see his belt buckle. So, mainly... And this is all black, so it doesn't matter what color we pick, which is good too. Yeah, I think I'll just say, like, let's go ahead and... Oh, you know, I'm just going to draw another line. Let's do the thickness of the belt now. The thickness of the belt will look like this. Awesome. And so now, from there, I'm just going to draw the areas where I want the belt loops to exist. And what I'm going to do is just draw them in a brand new color. We'll do, like, green. Just overlapping, removing this. Does that look good? Yeah, it's a good start to a belt loop. Let's go ahead and do that again. How thick is the belt supposed to be? Not super thick, so we're gonna go maybe right here now. Oh, wrong color. Go like right here. Cool. Then we're gonna go right here. That might be a bit not thick enough. There we go. And lastly, we'll go one right here. Alright, and now just actually organizing all of this and turning it into the thing that I want it to. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and go to my black color and start filling things in with the correct color. Is the whole thing, you know, we have black outlines for everything for him. Did I say well, because thick is a totally normal word. I know memes make it more than that, but it's a totally normal word. Especially with lines, like, there's no other word you can say to describe a line thickness. You're turning it into a meme, but it's
You're making it something it's not.
At the end of the day, that is accurate. Alright, so assuming I did this all correctly, who knows if I did? We'll about to find out if I did this all correctly. I'm gonna paint in behind mode. I'm gonna do this little shading thing. I know the shading thing normally exists to showcase that, like, his three-dimensionality and that he's got shadow underneath him. But he always has it, so I don't think it actually ever matters. I think his pants just has, like, two textures. Alright. Oh, click, drag. Awesome. There we go. How's that look? Pretty okay. It's not as soft as I wish it would be. But I can probably quickly fix that just by, like, dragging... Oh, that's not a quick fix. Never mind. So what I'm going to do is draw over top. I can just soften these corners like this. Think of them? You were thinking of those at the top of your head? The Disney Squidward was wild. That was, yeah. It does look like it's just a detailed Squidward, honestly. I mean, I was trying to go for Disney style, but it ended up just becoming like a detailed Squidward. Alright, there we go. Now that looks a little bit better on his belt. It might be too many lines. It kind of looks like he's like a robot or something, but that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to redo it from that point. Let's go ahead and draw the collar, which it looks like for the most part his whole entire like shirt is just going to be the flat circle here. We can maybe draw like the edge of the shirt here because his like collar would be showing up a tiny bit. This Yoshi's Woolly World country music I've grown out of it. Oh, I'm referring to one of the people in chat is the Disney Squidward, and he's using our Squidward art from last stream, which I can show you guys in HD. If I go to live streaming, Squidward art. Oh, I just remembered what our Squidward art is going to be for today. We're not rolling the wheel. We're going to be finishing our Pokemon today. That's exciting. Yeah, this is this last Squidward art we did on stream last Wednesday. No, this was before then. This was actually last Saturday because we did Pokemon last time. I did a Disney Squidward and it ended up becoming very detailed and I don't know, it's something special. I think we're done with the jokes. We appreciate it, but I think we're done. Don't want people to be fighting in chat. Alright, I mean, that's basically everything. I have to see if I can interpret his mouth. I don't know if his mouth would be visible from this angle. I could try, though. Like, you could maybe say that his mouth would look something like this. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so we'll curve it down like this. Leave this line. Does that look like it? I guess so. I feel like I'm making him way more 3D than he's ever supposed to be. Like, Mr. Krabs is never supposed to be this three-dimensional. There should be a rule against this. That looks like he's smiling. I don't know if I like that where I put the teeth there. There we go. Okay, I think that's going to be better. I was trying to figure out the shapes here. This was an absolutely weird angle to try to draw Mr. Krabs' mouth. I did not like this in the slightest. But I think I figured it out, and I think this works well. I'll just go ahead and fill it in with the colors that I need. We'll go and fill in the white for the teeth. Can I just select from here? I can. Nice. Very, very nice. I will take that victory. Second SpongeBob movie I enjoyed. It was good. There's some jokes that don't land quite as well. I think pretty much most of the jokes in the first movie land perfectly. But yeah, the second one I enjoyed pretty well. I did enjoy that movie. I think the second one's better than the third. Let's see. We got his little things right. Okay, let's go back to the eyes. We'll make them actually the correct color now. I'm gonna actually angle these little eyelashes of his towards the vacuum effect here. So, we were talking about dreams earlier, and now I'm just remembering more and more dreams. There was a dream I had one time, and this was maybe like it was early high school, I'd say. And in this dream, I'm in a plane. All right, well, okay, it's weird. So I get in the plane. And in the plane, it looks like the inside of an RV. Yeah, like there's an RV, and the people are sitting in like different, like the sideways RV like seating arrangements. But by the time that I'm actually getting seats, like there's like curtain separators between different sections of it, so it's like multiple RVs stacked together and like welded together, and that's the inside of this airplane.
Sounds like something Garrett would do.
Yeah. And so I'm in this plane. And it's just already weird because of that. I'm like, okay, what a weird interior for a plane. I take my seat and the plane starts flying off. And as we're flying, I'm looking out of the window and I see the clouds. And they say, sorry everybody, it's a very cloudy day. We're being as safe as possible. And so I'm like, what do you mean safe as possible? Like, if we're in the clouds, what are we gonna hit? And then I see a tree fly by the window. Apparently the clouds were down below tree height. And so we're in this plane, and I'm seeing trees fly through. It's like supposed to be fog instead of actual clouds. And so, of course, it's a dream, so I don't actually notice that this doesn't make any sense. But I'm sitting there like, okay, this is terrifying. And then I watch as... How did we actually land? I think he has to make an emergency landing. He doesn't actually hit anything though. He's like, okay, we gotta land. There's too many trees, and I can't go higher up for some reason. So we're gonna land down in this forest. Again, makes perfect sense. Absolutely full best logic ever. Would watch again. Dream. And so I'm in the wrong layer apparently. And so they land the plane. And by the time they land the plane, like, they perfectly landed between all these different trees, and now we're in this dense forest. So, I'm like, okay, we have to get out of the plane now, like, what's going on? This is where it gets extra weird. You know how, like, a plane, it doesn't have, like, proper... It can't just drive on its wheels. Whenever it moves on its wheels, it's either running its engines to go forward, or a different vehicle is taxiing it to go backwards. So it has to be pulled to go backwards, or it's using its engines to go forward. So we're on the ground in this plane, in this dream. And the pilot comes on the intercom, he's like, hey, we're really close to the airport. I'm just gonna drive to the airport. And so the plane starts moving. The plane starts sliding across this forest ground, and... I'm just watching the trees fly by, and I'm watching them start to hit the wings. And the pilot's like, oh darn, I forgot about the wings. Here, I'm gonna squeeze through the forest, we're gonna go in sideways. This makes zero sense. The only reason this could potentially make sense is if you're a human being, right? And your shoulders are too wide, and you want to go in sideways, so you squeeze in by going sideways. In the dream, however, my brain decided that going sideways with an airplane, which is probably, if I were to argue, I think the length of an airplane is longer than the length of the wings. I would argue that. And so the plane starts going sideways through the forest. And so I'm looking out my window, watching a forest, like, run towards me. And the weirdest thing is that it works. Somehow that works, and somehow going sideways does indeed actually squeeze us in between the different trees. My brain in early high school was, it was something else. It was something different.
Good thing we got it.
But eventually he runs out of gas. And this is where we're getting close to the end of the dream before I wake up. But he runs out of gas, like, alright everybody, we gotta get out of the plane and pull it. Okay. We're really close to the we're really close to the airport. Let's go ahead and get this plane all the way to the destination. And we all get out of the airplane, and when I get out of the airplane, which by the way, we get out through the nose to my memory. Like, we actually climb, we go through the cockpit, we go through the front of the plane, we climb through the engine, and there's a whole, like, panel that's open, and then we climb out of the engine to get out of the front of the plane. That makes sense, right? Perfect, great. And so we get out of the front of the airplane, and immediately, somehow, again, it's a dream, magically there's already ropes tied to the front of the plane, so that every passenger has one rope.
Absolutely not.
So each of
First
us,
of all.
each of us can grab one rope and all pull, and so the 200 passengers of this plane start pulling the plane with these ropes that are somehow already on the front of the plane and perfectly like positioned to they're like already laid out in front of the plane, despite the fact that we've been like driving sideways or something. Maybe the pilots set it up. Who knows? Who knows what my brain thought made sense? And so we pull the plane, and then that's when a I guess you would call it a javelin flies through and hits the plane. And we're like, what? What's going on now? And then we see, don't call me on Discord. I'm not going to receive a Discord call. I'm not signed into Discord right now. But we see these javelins being thrown from the inside the forest. And then, no joke, we're attacked by Ewoks. We're attacked by the Star Wars Ewok little bear guys who run out from the forest and start throwing weaponry at us. And we're just like, what do we do? And so we freak out and run back into the plane. And by the time we go back into the plane, the interior looks even less like a plane and even more like a motorhome at that point. And at that point, people start pulling out crowbars and guns, which they have somehow stored. No, it wasn't. Sorry, people weren't just pulling it out. The pilot said, don't worry, everybody. We have emergency weaponry. And they, again, the interior of this plane looks like an RV. So they go up to a kitchen drawer that's inside the plane. And they start opening up the drawers, and it looks like the Matrix weapon racks. Yeah, very much the inner mechanism of my mind or Enigma. It is like a Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah. Oh my goodness. Alex, again, a good interpretation of what's happening to Mr. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Is my first time trying to draw a brand new pose for Mr. Krabs. I'm happy with how this is turning out. I was a little worried that I've never done his body like drawing before, and his eye stalks and his pose was weird. I guess I just straight up have gotten better at drawing, or at least better at drawing SpongeBob characters. So yeah, and then the dream ends sometimes after that. I never get to resolve that plot. We never made it to the airport. We never fought the Ewoks. We just got inside, armed ourselves up, and then I woke up, and I probably like, what? What happened? Excuse me? Yeah, that was a fun dream. That's one of my favorites, actually. That's why I can remember it off the top of my head, is I've got a couple of dreams that are just my top favorite dreams because they're so memorable. I think Mr. Krabs' collar now doesn't look good with the arm, so maybe I could like move the arm up or something? Yeah, I don't know. I'm doing his arm in two different spots. The bottom of his claw, I'm gonna put on a different layer because I want his claws to be around the rock. So his bottom, like thumb, I want to be behind the rock. Yeah. Top arm, thumb. So yeah. Oh my goodness. You had a dream once that you were on a plane that had 5,000 seats on it. It was a 20-hour flight and the plane had a full hotel. Yeah, what is it with like, it's like our human brains, if we only go on planes like so often in our lives. It's pretty rare that you'll be in a plane unless you're a pilot, right? Or one of the people who do the giving out the peanuts.
A flight
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, they're the peanut people. So it's like, because we're not...
do that anymore because of people like me.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't give peanuts. They give pretzels now.
Which I also can't eat, ironically.
But I feel like since we don't go on planes so often, our brains just don't understand planes. And I think our brains will more often than not come up with these really weird interior designs with stuff that we're more familiar with, right? Like, you've been to more hotels than you've probably been in planes. I know I've been in more RVs than I've been in plane. Not necessarily true, but I've been in RVs more often. So I think that's funny that our brain just like doesn't understand airplanes just because we're not in it enough. My brain really didn't understand airplanes back then. I've had, I think, since then other airplane dreams, and I think my brain got better at it. It got better. Sponge out of water, that's the second one. Why do you think that's the worst one? You like the third one more than like the second one? Okay, I do not like how I just did the bottom side of his claw. I think in general the claw doesn't even need to have texture because it's going to be behind the... No, it does, because when he gets actually absorbed by the portal, we'll need to see that. It's not great, but I'm going to keep it just because whatever, I put the work into it. Oh, you know what? I'm missing the shinies. I'm like, why does it look really bad? It looks really bad because we don't have his shinies. Boo. Maybe. I need to just add that. We need to go through. So here's what I need to do. I just need to have a stream where I download all the music that you guys want for the... Because I always forget to actually add it to my playlist, in between streams. But, like, yeah, that's a good song. We've listened to it on previous streams. I don't know if I'll pull it up today, so I'm not going to say that I will today. But, that was a good song, so I do want to add that to, my playlist. You had a dream once? Oh, that's funny. I remember having a dream that I was in a post-apocalyptic world, again, because I have a lot of those dreams, apparently. And in the post-apocalyptic world, there was a... I'm sorry, I just remembered one of my another favorite dream, but I'm going to get to that in a bit. There was a giant, like, tower that works like a video game. So to get past this, like, highway checkpoint in the dream, I had to climb up this tower that had like floating coins and enemies. Like, it was a full video game. Portal, your drink. Here you go. You ready? Ready? Boom. There you go. Gave it to you. Did you receive it? I hope you did. So another great dream I had, and this is middle school. This is a long time ago. At the time, and this is in real life, I was playing a lot of the Lego Star Wars video game. And I was stuck in, I think this is, like, episode 2 of Star Wars. Do they call it episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've referred to them as that. So episode 2 of Star Wars, it's like the Clone Wars thing. It's during the Order 66 or whatever. And in the Lego game, there's a section where you're on Kashyyyk or whatever, and I couldn't progress in the game in real life. I kept getting stuck in this one area, I couldn't understand it, and I couldn't get past it. I was stuck on that for, I mean, as a kid, it felt like forever. In reality, I was probably only stuck on that for a couple days. But it felt like I was stuck on that for just weeks of my life, because I was a child and I didn't know better. So I had this game, and I couldn't progress in it, but I loved the game otherwise. And so, what I ended up having a dream one day, and my dream, I'm in the game. I'm in the game, and I'm in first person. So like, my hands are Lego hands. I'm holding a Lego lightsaber, which by the way is the only time I've ever been able to enjoy a lightsaber in a dream, and also a Lego lightsaber at that. So which I don't even think you play as a Jedi during that part of the game. You got the drink? Good, good. Because the plot is so broken? Yeah, no, the plot in later movies just tends to be broken for those Wonder games. Hey, we're done drawing Mr. Krabs. He looks good. What's happening here? So I guess I'll just go ahead and, like, delete these keyframes. And so, in the dream, I'm in that same level that I've been stuck in for forever. And what I do in the dream is just walk past that area. like it's a big dome where enemies keep spawning, and all I do is I see a crack in the wall, and I just walk through that. And then there's more level. Which is so crazy. Oh my gosh. I can't express the weirdness of this, in that in real life I had not progressed past that point in the game, so my brain just invented what it thought the rest of that level was going to look like. And I remember what that level looks like in the dream more than I remember what it was in the actual game. In the dream, that level continues on in like a Z pattern. There's like a corridor of forest trees, and you go down and you would fight one of the giant like robots that the soldiers have. And then you had this area where you had to like jump on like bars, kind of like Super Mario Galaxy style. I remember that in the dream. And so I woke up and I'm like, wait a minute, is that actually how I progress in this level? And so now that I'm awake, I go to like boot up the game, I play through that level, and no joke, you can just walk past that area that I was stuck in. For the longest time, it was exactly like my dream. Not exactly, but pretty close. Like the entrance looked different, but it was just hard to see because those old games weren't programmed with the best of graphics. But yeah, you could legitimately just walk past it. It was just hard to see the exit. And so I'm like a kid. I'm like, oh my gosh, my brain figured it out without me figuring it out. It's the dumbest thing for a dream to help you with. A video game level, right? There's so many more times in life that I wish my brain could just give me the answer for something I couldn't figure out. Like I lose like something, like there's an object lost in a house. Where can I find that? I'd love a dream to just tell me that. But no, my brain gave me the answer to how to progress through a video game level. But then it was weird because when I got past that area, the rest of the level was, well, obviously not the same as what my dream invented. My dream had no idea what was going to go happen though. So yeah, the rest of the level was different. But it's weird, and now that I have a much more visceral memory of that level in the incorrect state. In a fake version of that level, that's what I remember. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and animate SpongeBob and Patrick now. Where is Patrick's lair? There he is. There's my boy, Patrick. Oh right, we were about to animate them reacting to the portal showing up. Which we actually have a portal too. I got to work on that as well. I mean, there's so much stuff on this shot, and there's a reason why it's taking me forever. One day was just simply painting the background. Dreaming that you have hair and waking up to not have hair. That's cruel. That's a cruel dream. Very, very cruel.
I had a dream that I was hot and then I woke up.
Oh, don't even. Do not. Oh my goodness. Oh. I had a dream once. In real life, I was on a cruise.
I had a dream.
I have a dream. In real life, I was on a cruise, and I know apparently my brain was just confuzzled by being on a cruise ship. But in the dream, I was back home, and it was like acid raining, and it was like the dream takes place over the course of a week. And every single day, a different kind of acid rain would fall down. And so, on the first day it was red, and the next day was yellow. It like went through the rainbow, but each rain did something different. So one day, the red rain, it just did like standard acid rain melting. It would just melt through stuff, and like everybody had to. I remember distinctly in the dream I was like near a Walmart, and so I ran inside the Walmart, and I was seeing outside it melting the cars and melting the glass on the front of the Walmart. And you know how Walmarts will have like those skylights, and so the rain was melting through the skylights, but not through the ceiling. I think the first acid rain in that dream only melted glass, is what it did. And so we were just staying away from the skylights and staying under the metal of the building. And they're like, okay, weird acid rain, move on with their lives. The next day, a green acid rain happens. And it melts way more. It melts everything. It can melt through stone. It's like ridiculous. And so I'm hiding under like a car as I just hear it melting through the top parts of it, and I survive that. The next day, a blue acid rain happens, but it's this one's a weird one. I actually really like this one in its creativity. The blue acid rain doesn't melt anything. Instead, on the third day, the blue acid rain works like it kills electricity. So it hits like the lights, it hits everything. It causes basically an EMP strike, like basically a power outage everywhere. And so now we're out of power. Electronics don't turn on anymore, or at least any electronics that got hit by the rain. But it was like anti-electric rain. I've never seen that in any sort of media online or anything, so it's like, but it's an EMP strike of rain. The dream continued on from there and more acid rain happened, but those were the 3 most unique ones that I remember. I like that thunder. Okay, so both SpongeBob and Patrick are gonna react to the portal. Let's go ahead and I don't have to use my pen anymore. I can actually just position them. Ugh. Yeah. Whew. How much longer is this clip? Because we have, there's enough time. I have to make sure we have enough time for SpongeBob to get absorbed in and change into SpongeGar. It was Gatorade. It's out now. It once was Gatorade. Boop, 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 boop. Where's Patrick? There he is. Why is he so far away? It's because I added in the Mr. Krabs layers. Let me see if I can move these. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there's... Okay. There are so many layers in this project. Like, if I just open up everything... It's getting very confusing to actually organize my way through this one file. Like, these are all the layers I'm dealing with. Look, this is the SpongeBob animation. This bottom stack is SpongeBob looking one direction and the other. This middle stack is SpongeBob looking upwards, and this top stack is SpongeBob facing forward. So I have 3 different stacks of layers that just have SpongeBob stuff. And I switch between them, depending on which one we're looking at the moment. Yeah, it's my wife, and yes, she is very funny.
Hello. I'm hilarious.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so let's open up the SpongeBob layer and the Patrick layer. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Now I can actually animate this correctly without the stuff blocking my vision.
I don't like being referred to as a girlfriend.
I mean, girlfriend is, by definition, not a wife.
I was at one point.
If you want an easy acronym, a significant other, which would be SO, is the easy acronym if you just like to type in 2 letters. Because I know when you're typing, it's easier just to type 2 letters. So GF is girlfriend, and SO would be significant other.
I'll be your so.
My so?
I'll be so baby.
Do they put a dash in it? Maybe they do. S-O. I don't remember which way people do that. It might be S-O, I'm not sure. It's not? Oh, I thought so. I'm wrong. I don't know where to begin either, because I don't think it's as bad as the 3rd movie. Alright, so SpongeBob's not going to have to rotate too much because he's going to look this direction. Let's see, so he just moved backwards, and I feel like he's going to go... Yeah, he'll just kind of move forward a bit. So we're going to grab all of his layers and go ahead and push him forward a bit. Oh, well maybe we'll have him rotate forward, but push back. And also make sure his arm stays below here. Perfect. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's worth a Google. I'm not the person with the answer for that. What did I just press? Control A? Oh, what does Control A do?
Oh.
No, it is. It's selecting all of the currently visible... Yeah, nice. I know it does that in other programs. I've just never done it in this one. Alright, going in. Go ahead and insert these keyframes here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I just have to like keep going in and out and making sure that everything's lined up because I like having the pupil animation line up with the body animation. So I can go ahead and do a classic frame here. Do, 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 do. Classic tween, and we're gonna go ahead and do this and ease in and out and back. Perfect. I forgot to do the ease out and in on the pupils as well. Turn off the audio here for a second. I like the movie. My main reasons for even liking the second or third movie is because of their art style. I think that the art style of the second and third movie is just better than the first because the first is old. The story of the first is the best of all of them. But the art style is, you have to compliment how beautiful, like the hard work that the artists did for the actual animation is fantastic. In both. The story, yeah. The story on second and third are a bit lacking. But, yeah, I mean, they did a really good job on the artwork. So, I really like seeing movie quality 2D animation, because that's rare. You don't have to see that all that much. Like, the other movie, you know, the third movie is only 3D. They do good with it. It's good 3D, but it's only 3D. Compared to, I really like how the second movie does that high-quality 2D animation. Everything that happens in Bikini Bottom is pretty awesome. I love the food fight scene where they're using like ketchup and like the whole military jokes and stuff like that. That's fun. No more music requests. But yeah, so I love the art style. When it comes to story, I don't know, I actually like Plankton's involvement in the second movie. What he does is pretty cool. Because I'm trying to remember what the way that Plankton is roped into the third movie is weird. Somehow, I know it's about the formula, but the third movie has a really weird way of roping Plankton in. Compared to in the second movie, I feel like Plankton involvement in that he gets to be a hero for a bit is really cool. And I like what they do with that. She's sitting on the... We have a heating pad thing that you would put for your back to help with back pain. And it's been on the floor recently, and our cat has been running up to it and hoping that it'd be warm. And we have been encouraging it because we've been turning it on whenever she lays down on it.
Because it's cute.
It's super cute. And so we've been pampering her, and she's just been like sitting on this really warm blanket that's got... It's like one of those warming blankets. So yeah, our cats are spoiled. Oh, I got a Luna. Nice.
Oh.
Hi. How you doing? Oh, she can be seen on camera. You guys got to see her for a second there. I don't know what I did that ruined this animation here. I was trying to do a thing, but ended up ruining it. So I'm gonna undo that. So I want to just press Control Z, but I have a kitty in the way.
No.
I have to manually go in and press the undo select frames. Undo, change selection. Undo, change selection.
She
Undo.
really likes to be in the way.
Undo, move. I'm almost done. Undo, insert frame. Perfect, there we go. Now that should be fixed. Like, what do you mean? Would, like, I host a collab animation video? Probably not. It seems like it's so much effort. The people who do host those, like, collaboration animations, they put in a lot of work to organize that and to keep everybody, like, because you have to make sure that the people who are doing the collab are actually going to... Luna is so cute! I have a post-it note that's upside down right now. She keeps putting her hand on the sticky part of the post-it note and getting confused.
Oh, no!
So she's putting her hand on the sticky part of the post-it note and then, like, peeling it up and going like, ugh, what's that? Ugh, what's going on here? That was so cute, Luna. That was adorable. Oh my gosh. I don't like that the arm is going off like that. I might just have to do it custom here. Alright, well, we're going to custom animate this because the automatic version isn't working, so. Who's excited for the Mario movie? Anybody? We've had Luna for a couple of years? 3 years, maybe?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
3 or 4 years, yeah. She's a good kitty. She's gotten so much more relaxed and house catty because she was a wild kitty at the start.
She was a stray.
She was a stray, and so she was not used to being in a house and having owners.
She also had a bad tooth.
She did have for the longest time. We
didn't know.
we solved it last year because we brought her to a vet, and the vet noticed that she had a rotten tooth, legitimately, straight up a bad tooth that was going on. There was like gum infection, and so they pulled that, and were able to clean it out and fix that for her. And right after that happened, night and day. She's like a different cat. It's like she was so happy. It turns out when a cat is uncomfortable and when a cat has like a bad tooth or something like that, the cat's gonna act a lot more erratically. It'll be hiding under stuff. It won't want to see people. It'll seem aggressive. And so she mostly was that way just because she had a bad tooth. She's still very high energy. She's still very skittish and will run around and stuff, but
She's more friendly with us.
She's now a friendly version of that, and we're so happy that we got to fix that for her, because that's the thing about cats is they never tell you when something's going wrong. Like if they have a bad tooth or something, they just hide. They're gonna deal with it on their own, but they're gonna be upset about it. And so, yeah, we're happy to get that fixed. But now she's like a super friendly, cuddly kitty, and it's awesome. It took us a while to get used to it. We were just like, what in the world? Do we have a different cat now?
In a good way.
No more music requests, please. I don't have the time to change over to it. I'm trying to get this work done right now, and I just do need to focus. Okay, why does his arm wiggle like that? Why? It looks like it breaks. Crick. Here, wait a minute. That's weird. Copy the frames. Paste the frames. Move over. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Here, actually, I could probably just, clear these keyframes. And then insert a frame, and this will work better. Hey, Sony Pictures, can we not just type years out, please?
I'll block you.
Alright, sorry. Yeah. That's spam.
You guys don't have to tell them to stop spamming. We got it.
We noticed those things, but thank you. Alright. SpongeBob he's not going fast enough, and that's very upsetting because I just did the arm animation. I might time ramp that in After Effects instead, because I do not want to reanimate that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to time ramp it in. Alright. That being said, let's go ahead and animate Patrick. Patrick is doing a lot right now. Patrick's doing the most. He's got so many, shapes and stuff. I'm, wiggling him. I'm rotating him. And skewing him as well. So, just, all of this is happening. We'll rotate the arm out. Rotate this over and down. What I'm going to do is we'll probably have a stream in the future where we get requests in that are going to be put into a playlist, and then I'll just have them in our permanent playlist is what will happen. Yeah, but today will not be that stream. Alright, I should probably have his mouth animate halfway through here. Let's go ahead and make the pupils. The pupils! Okay, make a keyframe here. Cool. Move out this way. And make a keyframe I am nervous about the next phase is going to be making this warping animation where SpongeBob warps into SpongeGar. That's going to be a thing. That's going to be difficult. Oh, the pupils are different here. How am I going to do this? Let's see. Well, I guess I can just extend it. Frame 35. We'll do the same thing over here. Bring this up to like frame 35. Alright, and so this is 35. Oh, what is it? No, it's 13. Yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Alright, I had to figure out what frame this is going to be at. So it's on 27, and this one's also on 27.
Sorry.
Bless you. That means I can insert a keyframe, move it over, make it a little bit bigger. Do the same thing over here. Oof. Oh, SpongeBob episode reference. Yes, that is a SpongeBob episode reference.
Everything's a SpongeBob episode reference.
Everything is always a SpongeBob. Life is a SpongeBob episode reference. My favorite SpongeBob meme. It's tough actually.
Mine's the chicken.
I really like the one where Mr. Krabs is like looking confused to the side because this is around I think the bubble buddy got popped or something like that. So he's like looking around. He's no, it might be it's one of those things. But he's looking around and there's like the heavy zoom effect. That one's one of my favorite memes. Mr. Krabs looks absolutely hilarious in that. And it's just the application of the meme is also wonderful because it's that like, oh, everything is out of control chaos, and that's just a fun meme to utilize. What about you guys? What's your favorite SpongeBob memes? I feel like the imitating Sponge is probably a top favorite for most of you guys. Mm-hmm. Oh, I do not want that one. Let's go Clint. But yeah, I like that one. I'm trying to think of any other memes that are like so distinctive that they're memorable. Hard to even know. We'll play through once here. Also do the same here. Giga Chad SpongeBob, nice. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and animate the mouth as well, so let's go to boop, boop, boop. Wait, is that slightly bigger? It is. Boop. I need to optimize this mouth, so I have 2 frames in a row that make me think that they are the same. Oh my gosh, I really love the Squidward get out of my house meme. That's a fun one. Yeah, the SpongeBob chicken one, that's a good one. Alright, what should I do with the eyebrows here? Maybe like down and sad. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do keyframe here. Classic tween. Ease in and out. Back. Alright. Put a classic tween here. In and out. Back. Yeah, so it's not as fast as I want it to be, but I can speed it up in After Effects instead. Maybe I should have the bottle arm. The bottle arm just seems like he's holding it up too awkwardly, so I'm gonna have him lower that. How do I do this? How do I do this? Whoa.
Like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Oh my goodness. There is an episode like that. It's the Dying for Pie episode. Oh. Which is a neat episode. It's always fun to have Squidward show a different emotion than just, wow, it's me, you know, like... The episodes where he's happy or even experiencing like some sort of like...
Inner turmoil.
Inner turmoil. Yeah, like when he experiences story, it's fun. Okay, there we go. So the portal's somewhere over here. I think I'm just gonna animate Patrick flying into it. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna animate Patrick straight up flying into it. So what's gonna happen is keyframe there. Whoa! Yeah, perfect. And then it'll go there. It might need to be faster than this, we'll see. But he's gonna do a full rotation. I'll have him shrink a tiny bit here. We'll do a full shrink. He flies up towards the portal. And then he's going to bend forward here. This arm's gonna fly backwards. We're gonna skew it a bit. Shrink it a bit. Squash it a bit. Rotate it a bit. I don't know what to do with this arm. I don't like how this arm is still holding the bottle. It feels awkward. Leg 1 is going to rotate out this direction. Cosmic Shake anime. This is it. This is the Cosmic Shake. Go ahead and animate the other leg, pretty much as far high as I can get it. Yeah, he's using like the phone over here. I don't know if that looks like the way I want it to be interpreted here. I can maybe skew it the opposite direction. Okay, I like that. And now I'm going to do a classic tween and then ease in. No, not sine. That's not going to be enough. Quint. Here we go. Let's see how that looks. It's too slow, I think. It's a bit too slow. He looks like he's being abducted. I need it faster than that, so we're going to go faster. I do like the motion, though. The motion's good. Let's go... I actually think maybe sine might look good now. Let's do quart. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna do one more frame here that's like... really rotated, really shrunk down. And then one last one. And then he's gone.
Y'all are wild.
I don't know. It was minutes ago. I don't know. We started time and a half ago. Oh my goodness, my phone is blowing up. Nice. I care about none of that. No spam, guys.
Y'all chill.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the show in general, is it's like, yeah, it's been taken away by anyone. In general, all the characters have become very silly, exaggerated. Oh my gosh, the way he spins right at the end is so violent. I'm just noticing, like, that is very, very violent. Here, what I'm gonna do is start that. Yeah, that's so strong. Why? Whoa, whoa, he's like torn apart here. What's going on with the legs? Did it do it at different rates? What's going on? I have no idea. I'm just trying to understand this now. So let's do ease out. No, ease in. Cubic? I don't know. This is weird. I'm just trying to understand it. Yeah, good enough. Done. Alright, it's SpongeBob's turn. Oh, this is it. This is the last animation I have to do before we can do it in After Effects. Ooh. Alright, guys, don't request people to be blocked. That's just rude. We will handle things when we need to handle them. We
I'll
asked them to
block
stop.
you if you go.
Yeah.
And that's.
We gave him a warning. We give warnings before. In certain circumstances, we'll give a warning beforehand, but like also it's entirely up to our jurisdiction. So we thank you for your concern, but please let us handle it. All right, now SpongeGar is special because I haven't even drawn him yet. Let's look at SpongeGar. See how much work this is gonna be. Oh, I'm still zoomed in from showing you guys the sewers. So I do want a front-facing view like this, but oh gosh, I forgot there was a SpongeGar meme. That's good. Ah, there's a good front-facing SpongeGar. Love that.
Easy to warm, kitty.
Open image in a new tab. I love how they interpreted the fact that he's got like the toga like thing by just having him have a sleeve. Enough talking about the minutes, guys. Yeah, so this is gonna be. I want him to kind of like morph. So he's gonna be like regular SpongeBob, and then the shape goes like, then flies down to the bottom.
Sorry.
Thought you needed me.
No. I would have said, hey, I need you.
Alright, we're gonna download that. Put that in a folder of some sort. Let's put it into, I don't know, folder. Folder o'clock. We're gonna put it into bubbles because this is just where I've been putting all my stuff for this second shot. Alright, start to download. And now, I'm gonna listen to this with the music one more time, and then we're gonna see what the pacing's gonna be like. Oh, there's a lot of time here. There's a lot of time to fill in here. So what I'm gonna do is have SpongeBob freak out a little bit more. Yeah. All right, guys, stop. Entirely. No arguments in the chat.
Turn it off.
Bro, I don't see your comments either, so I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so. I have not seen a lot of, and I know that a lot of the most recent SpongeBob episodes have gotten better, because there was a phase of SpongeBob where the episodes were just not as good, and then there's some recent stuff that's been better, and so I haven't seen a lot of this better recent stuff. I've seen a little bit of it, and I've actually been pretty impressed. I'm not sure why you don't see your comments. That's the YouTube glitch. That's not our fault.
Ah.
Huh.
I know. Because he said something gross and it got blocked.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's about me.
Oh. I don't even see that. That's crazy.
It's further up.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of spam.
It's okay.
Alright. Well, what? In a recent episode? That seems to be against the book. The SpongeBob show Bible. Let's do Quint. Looks so bad. So why does it look so bad? Let's go ahead and do the back version. Oh, Powerpuff Girls episode, gotcha. Hey, there's our SpongeBob music. Oh, that looks really good, but just the parts of the limbs are falling off now. Okay, let's turn off everything but the SpongeBob front, so I can just look at that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is to animate that. Before we do, I'm going to take a quick break, so I'm going to be right back. But I will see you guys in a second, and we will continue this and do our Squidward art to finish off the stream as well. So, see you guys in a bit. I will be right back. Gotta go do. Whoa, sneezing kitty. All right, see you in a bit. Where's my stream? There we go. All right, see you in a bit. Oh, I didn't click the button. Hi. Bye. And we're back. All right, so I'm gonna jump straight forward to, I'm not gonna even animate his body in here because this is gonna be something that I don't know what it's gonna look like. So instead, we're going to have him where he is exactly right now, which is in a bad position and I don't like it. But we're gonna have him just warp it. No, we can have him warp to the center of the frame is what we're gonna do. Yeah, so he's gonna animate up and then he's going to fly. So this is gonna be a lot of hand-drawn animation that I'm about to do. What music was the last one we just listened to? It would have been on the bar. You can rewind the video. It should just be down below on the. I have the music currently playing down there, so you can rewind the video and you can find out. Yes, so I am back. I wonder, let me bring this piece of reference footage in, but I'm curious if I'm going to be able to, I don't know, do you think I can use the original SpongeBob, like, head shape, for, oh gosh, what just happened? I don't know if it did anything. I guess there's not a specific layer that this reference was being dragged to. So let's try that again and actually drag it to a specific layer. There we go. SpongeGar. SpongeGar is darker because they take place in the prehistoric episode. It looks like this looks like a weird thumbnail where SpongeBob is reacting to the UGG episode. SpongeBob reaction video. Alright, so, I think let me do a quick, like, sketch animation of what I want to happen. My general idea is that we have SpongeBob, oh, let me make this way thicker. Let's do, like, 9. Yeah, 9's good. Also, let me go ahead and have him go to the center. So basically SpongeBob is going to float up into the center of the frame, he's going to look forward towards the camera, and then this is when we're going to have him like warp all over, just Morbin time. And so let me sketch out this very quickly, but this first line is this. And then I'm just doing a stick figure version so that I can kind of figure out what I want the drawing to look like. Alright, I'm going to turn off everything but this layer. So, this is where we're going to start. This is our starting step. From here, I want it to warp out in some way. And so we're going to go ahead and have like a couple of different frames here. I'm just going to go ahead and put blank. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to do it straightforward here. Insert a blank keyframe and convert frame by frame animation. And so my idea is for him to kind of really warp and wiggle. So like I think the main body shape would like, let's see, what do I want? Voom, voom, and then boom. Yeah, so I think we go out this direction first, and we pop out that direction, and then the whole thing goes out this way. So we can kind of go, I don't know, like this? I've never done something like this. Up in this direction. And then down, or no, we'll go sideways. I have no idea if this is gonna work well. So, bloop, bloop, bloop. Ah! I don't know. I don't like these specific angles, but this is similar to what I want. I just need to figure out the shapes a bit better. We're gonna try that one more time because I don't like these shapes at all. I mean, not really. I mean, I just won't be able to act on it. I can't really take requests for Nicktoons because we won't do it. What's your favorite Nicktoon though? What's the one that you would be interested in? It's just that I know that we can't do it. Alright, so then what part of him... Oh, you know what? We can make, like, the top grow bigger first. That might be interesting. Alright, we'll see you back soon. So it goes out that way. Maybe we go, like... Ooh, if it rotates, that would look good. So, like, zoom up, and then... kind of go down to the side. Ah, this is a little weird thing. Uh, you're watching on Discord. That's interesting. Was somebody hosting my live stream on Discord?
Discord, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I put in.
Yeah, okay. So my idea now is that his warping shape could be based off of 2 main circles. And as those circles move around, that's what like the basis is of this animation. I'm also realizing that I'm getting hungry. I might end up doing the Squidward art. This is something that's so complex and it's gonna take me some time, and it's hard to talk about it while doing it. And I like talking during these streams, so I'm entertaining. So I don't know if I can actually do this on stream, just because it's gonna take me a lot of mental effort to figure out how to do this hand-drawn. Maybe I can film this process and I'll have it as a time lapse on the next art stream. I'll show you guys how this went in a time lapse.
That's a good idea.
Because this is something that I can't do. I can't talk while doing it. It's gonna be a lot of thinking. So with that said, I think we're gonna be done. We've done everything that I really need to up till this point. This is the last thing that's left in this shot. Because everything else, the character's running is done. I mean, I could draw some lightning bolts, but that's so quick it doesn't really matter, and I'm not ready for that yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and draw our Squidward art of the stream, which we already know what it is, because we've already started it. For those of you guys who don't know, last time we drew Squidward as a Pokemon character. And I was really happy with it, but we haven't drawn SpongeBob and Patrick as Pokemon characters to join him. And that's what we're about to do. So SpongeBob and Patrick will join Squidward in today's Squidward art. We are not drawing Squidward in today's Squidward art, ironically enough. So, we came up with this idea last time, and I thought, so this is our Pokemon Squidward, which is like kind of beaver inspired. He's just adorable, is what he is. And so now we're gonna draw SpongeBob and Patrick also as this is our water type. Patrick is going to be our grass type, and then SpongeBob's gonna be our fire type. So I am giving myself double time on this one because 8 minutes is enough for one character, but not enough for 2. So I'm gonna pull up a timer. This is gonna be a lot. Here we go. Timer. Let's put 16 minutes on the clock. I didn't want it to start just yet. Put this timer to the side, and I need to grab my reference. I'm just gonna have, again, a web page, and I'm just searching the word Pokemon, so I don't want a type chart, I just want Pokemon. Here we go. So just random Pokemon are now my references up top. I'm not checking Discord. Discord is something I'm about to, honestly, like I'm slowly finding myself wanting to quit Discord because it's just too much to keep track of. I can't with Discord. It's much easier to interact with you guys here on the stream and such, but yeah. Alright, it is the Bikini Bottom starter pack. Alright, so which one should I start with? Should I start with SpongeBob or Patrick? I feel like Patrick I know what we're going to do with. SpongeBob I don't. So I think I want to start with Patrick just because we already talked about this last time of what we can make him look like. But before we do, I'm going to open up something really quick. I have a thumbnail that I really need to make a color palette that is separate from their character art. Because right now it's really hard for me to grab a color palette. I could also just... Here's what I'll do. SpongeBob and Patrick. Can I copy this image and paste it in? Perfect. There's my color palette. I can just select from this. It won't be perfect, but it'll be a lot quicker.
Oh.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. This is for nothing. This is just our Squidward art. Or if you're talking about the main thing we were doing for stream, it was for a random other video. It's a Cosmic Shake animation. Alright, let's go ahead and draw Patrick. So, with Patrick, I mean, I can go ahead and actually draw it with the correct line work colors because I know what we're doing. So, this is not my favorite version of Patrick, but... So for Patrick, I want to start with like a... He's kind of like a strawberry plant is what we were imagining last time. So the main body is something like this. I gotta figure out the shape and not spend too much time on it. There we go. So that's the main shape, is like he's this strawberry plant. I'll go ahead and switch over to black. For the leaves, I'm gonna kind of do like the Bulbasaur leaves, or at least like one of the higher versions of Bulbasaur when he's upgraded. But yeah, kind of like, let me see, paint behind. We'll do these big leaves. And so this Patrick Pokemon is just like a whole plant. Another thing that's important with the Pokemon is that they have good silhouettes. They're designed as characters that you can kind of recognize from their silhouette. So I want to make sure that we can make our versions pretty identifiable from silhouette as well. So hopefully we do that. We'll go ahead and grab the purple. And then we're adding in the little Hawaiian pattern. So like his Hawaiian pattern is going to be represented on these leaves. Let's go here. I don't like that one. I'm redoing that one. It just changes on each leaf. It doesn't really have a consistency. Alright, there we go. Whoa! It didn't decide to finish that one. What happened there? Oh, I didn't finish connecting it on that side. Alright, go ahead and select the green. Patrick is going very quickly, actually. I mean, he's not too complex of a character. What should I don't know if I can improve this any. Okay, and so now with the actual eyes, pretty simple. We'll again just do our Pokemon eyes. Might give him cheeks. Might be something that's worth doing. Alright, fill in this with white. You can copy and paste this over to the other side, just because it was good and I don't want to redo that. And fill that in. So that's his two eyes. I think he would look good with little smiling cheeks. Let's try to do something. He's gonna look like Kirby. He's gonna look like Kirby at the end of this. Alright, and now the mouth, which again, Pokemon have very interesting mouths. It's just Pikachu's mouth. That's all that is. But all of the Pokemon basically have those kind of mouths, so... Maybe. Alright. And so I can go ahead, I'm just gonna again do the black line here. Ooh, hi. We'll select this color and this color. Boom, boom. And then the moon pink. Boom. Yeah, I mean, it's a dude. It's a little pokey guy. I don't like that it looks desaturated. So we're gonna have a lot of time with SpongeBob, which is good. Oh, okay. So higher saturation and higher brightness. There we go. That's a bit better. I feel like there's something missing under the leaves. Like he kind of just ends on the bottom there. So maybe I could do like, you know what we could do? We could have like a bottom layer, and then there's just like
put some little roots.
Two little legs.
Or little legs.
Oh, I should have done that in the other color. Here, let me go ahead and actually put his dark pink outlines underneath here. Alright, so I'm gonna have like a full 10 minutes to draw SpongeBob, which is good. Ooh, or maybe I should do the purple underneath. Just to separate these. I don't know, which one looks better? Purple or green?
Probably purple.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the purple. Alright, well there's the grass type Patrick. He's a bit big, but I can maybe just reshape him a little bit, resize him. Make him fit with the Squidward one. And now the SpongeBob one. I'm gonna move this reference over top. Or just onto the other side. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna flip it. I just need the colors. SpongeBob is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and... Oh, gosh. So fire type, huh? Let's figure out the shape language for this one. For the shape of the SpongeBob one, I feel like we can have him be like... We could make him like a full cube. Right? So he could be like a cube, and then... kind of go crazy with the arms and legs a bit. And then he's on fire. Like, that's one version that I can maybe think of. Because that looks pretty Pokemon-ish. Another version could potentially be... he is the shape of fire. So we kind of have the outside edge of him. We'd have, like, his holes and whatnot. There'd be his face. And then... we could even give him square pants if we wanted to. That might be what I go with. That looks a lot more interesting in my mind than the cube with arms and legs. The cube with arms and legs might be... I don't know. It's hard to choose between those two ideas. Alright, so let's go ahead and add his squiggles. I'm just going to draw straight with the squiggles. So the squiggles are kind of turning into the fire. So I'm starting with his regular squiggles down here, but they're becoming the fire, which is interesting. We'll go ahead and just select the correct color. And then make him actually his SpongeBob self, like with the 3D-ness. I probably could have just copied the layer to do this. But I went the artistic way and did it all myself. Alright. Lots of time to spare. Gonna just do this well. This is very interesting. Let's go ahead and draw his face before we add the holes there. Now this is interesting. Picking a... I might go with different eyes for SpongeBob because he's got the pupils. Like, I might go for a lot of these kind of ones here. These guys have, like, actual eyes with eye colors. So I'm gonna try to represent that. We're gonna try to copy that style. Hey, have a good one. Let's go... like, big eye, like... angry eyes there, and then now we have to interpret his nose, which is gonna be the funny part of this. His nose. Yeah, I'm gonna take a few takes at the nose just because his nose is like it's so specific and you don't want to mess it up and you don't want it to look bad. Alright, that might be my favorite version of that. This is looking a little bit like our Spider-Man eyes. It'll look less so once I actually draw them, though. Alright, and grab the blue. Now, they don't have an outside outline here for these characters, so instead it's just going to be a straight blue like that. There we go. Pokemon-ish? I think so. I think that follows their style pretty well. As good as I can make it. And then we have his cheek and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and just select one of these colors for his cheek. Paint and paint over mode. Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, I just figured out what I'm gonna do with the mouth. The reference is upside down because I just need the colors, and Patrick was on the other side, so I put SpongeBob closer here. I could have flipped it. I should have flipped it, but the upside down worked. What I'm gonna do is make him have this like big smile, and his mouth is gonna be filled with fire, and that'll show that he's a fire type even more. Oh no, the mouth outline went above the cheek outline. Let me go ahead and change the order here. There we go. I don't even know if maybe I should do, like, rounder teeth, because he's a Pokemon. I don't know if he would have, like, the solid teeth, you know? He has very sharp lines in the original show, but I don't think his Pokemon style would have that. Four minutes left. Okay. Again, mouth shapes. They like rounded things. They like having a lot of rounded stuff. This is tough. What is like their... Ooh. Yeah, inspired by like a wolf almost would be interesting. Or a dragon, yeah. Oh shoot, I could actually, yeah, if we just take him inspired by a dragon, let me give him like his buck teeth are gonna be fangs instead. That's much more interesting. Fire SpongeBob, sure, it's a fire SpongeBob of a sort. Oh, I didn't select the black outline there. Okay.
No.
All right, time to finish up him. Go ahead and give him like give him these like holes that are more representative of just like the fiery nature he's got going on here. There we go. Stuff like that. I like that a lot. Alright, get the white color, please. Fill, 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 fill. Now for the mouth, I'm actually going to go with like bright orange in here. Just have like these layers of fire. So he like shoots fire out from his mouth, apparently. We'll go with the red. And then lastly, a dark red. Probably could have picked better colors for that. I'm not sure it works very well with his normal color scheme. Alright, and then lastly, to interpret his pants, I think we can make him like logs, right? Like, so his outfit is like, he's a campfire. So SpongeBob as a Pokemon is just like a full campfire. And we'll have the logs look like his clothing. So we'll have this bottom log. These bottom logs will look like his pants. So we'll just, yes, perfect. We'll put the belt on it. Oh, this is so silly and I love it. I need to re-center these. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay, so here, let's just get this done. Belt here. We'll have his tie here. I'm absolutely running out of time. Alright, let's fill everything in with color. Fill. Fill. Come on, fill, 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 fill. Select that color, fill it in. Select that color, fill it in. Select this side color, fill it in. Select the tie color, fill, fill. Grab a good white. Just in time. Stop the clock, everybody! Stop the clock! I've done it. Yet again. Oh my gosh, here is our line up. Our 3 starter Pokemon for Bikini Bottom. Somebody find me somebody who can code a video game, and then we'll get the... make a real SpongeBob Pokemon clone.
Spongymon.
Spongymon. I like how I got the SpongeBob. I was so worried. I didn't know how to interpret him. The one log. Yeah, it could have been. I was rushed in that. If I were to redesign him, I probably would redesign the bottom logs there and do something a little different. I could either do one log, or it might have been, let me put my glove on, another interpretation that I think might have looked better is doing like 3 logs that all go to a single point. So it would look kind of like this. I feel like doing this could have been a better interpretation. Might have looked better. So like these, that might have looked better. But also being able to put his tie and the belt flat is also a benefit. Let me check really quick. If I had this for a second and then I removed it, I don't know if adding a 3rd thing right here, would this improve it? It's not even filling. Oh, because I put it in the wrong layer probably. And we get Pokemon music to end out the stream. Oh, it's perfect. I don't know, does this fix that? Or does that make it look worse? I think it makes it look worse. It looks better with the 2 logs like that. So that's it for now. I mean, who knows? If we ever come back to this idea, I could totally... oh right, evolutions. Yeah, I love the beaver. I feel like if Squidward's evolution would have to include Clarinet in some way, shape, or form, and the Clarinet would probably shoot water. Patrick's evolution would... And Patrick's evolution is hard. I don't know, like, to continue the plant theming, maybe he gets like his rock? Maybe Patrick's Pokemon would like change type. He starts as a plant type, but he would turn into a rock type, and he just becomes like Patrick's rock. And then SpongeBob would stay in the fire type. SpongeBob could easily change into a fire fairy type, and the fairy would be represented by either Bubbles, or the like friend rainbow thing. Or no, he could stay full fire type, and SpongeBob could be a Krusty Krab grill. I think SpongeBob's evolution, he would stay fire type, and he'd become like, he'd have the Krusty Krab hat, and he'd have like a whole grill top, and he'd shoot like Krabby Patties or something. That'd be it. Again, I'm not going to do any music requests just because we're here at the end of the stream, and I said I wasn't going to previously. I'm not going to change my mind. But thank you guys. I will not be drawing any more. Maybe in the future we will come back to this idea and just keep doing more of these because it's really, really fun. Squidward is a water type. Squidward is our water type. But yeah. Yeah, this is fun. I'm surprised at how much open creativity there is in trying to... Pokemon is there's so much open-endedness to that. And so it's actually... This has been one of my most fun that I've ever had doing Squidward art. Is because there's so much to interpret, and they're really easy to draw. Like, each character I was able to complete in under 8 minutes, so... I love this concept, and we might return to it. You know, I know you guys want to see, like, other characters as Pokemon. I think we're going to take a break from this and go back to our regular wheel for a while. But maybe someday we'll return to this, because it's a really fun concept. I really like this. So thank you to whoever came up with this idea. In fact, it was so early, I might have come up with this idea and just hoped that it was going to work out, and it did. But thank you for joining us on today's stream. Today was super fun. It was nice to go ahead and work on more of this video, and I look forward to finishing this and working on it more. I'm going to do that SpongeGar thing right after we complete the stream and after I eat some food. But thank you for joining us. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, because this is it. The stream's done. See you guys for us. We're going to continue to do this Wednesday. We're going to play more of the Nicktoons Unite. So join us this Wednesday for Nicktoons Unite. Other than that, join us this upcoming Saturday for another art stream. And that's it. That's all I've got planned. I eventually need to, I don't know if we're going to end up doing the speedrun of Battle for Bikini Bottom. I said I wanted to do that this month. Yeah, but I'm becoming way too busy to even practice that speedrun, and I don't want to run it when I'm not practiced.
Very nice.
We'll see. We'll see what happens there. If anything, maybe I'll do like one run, and it might be 3 hours, and I'll be on the leaderboard, but that'll be it. We'll find out. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. This is Jonathan Chase, signing off. Bye! Oh no, I didn't click the button right. Bye!